What's up guys, it's been a second, and I'll briefly explain why it's been a second. So my old camera made a really nasty sound when you zoomed it in and out. And I had a warranty on it. They sent the camera out, they totaled it, they gave me money to get another exact camera. I bought a cheaper camera. It didn't have as many features and I regretted it, and I returned it, and boom! Now we're back to the A6000. But today we're gonna work on my brother's car. He's not here, it's just me, no one else. And I'll explain to you what we're doing in a second. What I'll be doing today, I'm sure you might be able to see down in there. It's got a really bad oil leak. Really, really, really bad actually. I already knew it was gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and pull that apart real quick. Once I get everything apart enough for it to be visible, I'll show you guys what I'm doing. So if you can see in there, the spring coil looking piece, that is the tube that's leaking. And that is the tube that's been leaking. It's in such an inconvenient spot. It basically goes from the intake manifold down back to the pan. Like as you put it back in and you're trying to match all the studs on the intake manifold, you have to match that little tube up. It's extremely difficult. I'm not sure if you can see that down there on the actual block. Just trying to get all that sweat away. Big things you guys have missed. These wheels are now sitting over here on the ground off of my car, and I luckily picked up some beautiful new ESR reps. I'm very, very happy with them. I'm a lot more happy with it than I was with the work wheels. We also painted the valve cover and intake manifold there last time I had this apart. I don't feel like doing it all again, dude. Pulling this intake manifold is so much more of a pain than you would imagine. If you've ever had a small leak in your car, or a huge leak in your car actually, and you've never tried the right stuff.
Our second competitor, Rick, has chosen to go with the right stuff. 1 minute gasket from Permatex.
It's the right stuff, that's for sure.
Roger, he may be blasting through his application, but that engine's oil won't be blasting through the right stuff form in place gasket.
Right you are, Ray.
Alright, I got another light in there. It's that, right in front of us. That little coil spring thing. It was, it's leaking oil there, and as you can see, sort of, there was a ton of gasket sealer put on it. I'm gonna try to pick it off with my hand a little bit more, as much as I can, really. Try to get all the old stuff off and clean underneath it more. And then I'm gonna reseal it. Dexter!
Dexter! Oh, what? It's what?
So this is my Voopoo drag mod, Tanker by the Rig mod, and Smacks Juice. Works great. I'm really just trying to put off working on this. If you don't know, I work full time at a garage, and you know the last thing you want to do on the weekend is come home and work on a car. Especially when it's not yours, that's even worse. And I'm just struggling to find motivation for this. Really struggling. I'm gonna get back to work. Dexter!
Dexter!
I'm gonna start the car and run it and see if I can actually see where the oil leaks from, what actual spot it's coming out of. That's the cool thing about when our channel kind of takes off a little bit, is I already work at shops. So when you see TJ Hunt have Mickey around or Adam Alzia's Alberto, I don't need that. I mean, eventually, well, probably if I get to tuning stuff, I'll need someone, but a lot of mechanical stuff I already do on my own.
Wow.
I really enjoy doing it on my own, actually. I find a lot of enjoyment and satisfaction out of doing it. I'm very passionate about it. I really enjoy it. It's really rewarding. Kind of like vacuuming. Yeah, really rewarding. All right, I'm gonna get back to it. Forgot to tell you guys about the cam. Josh King, Dexter!
Dexter!
It's getting cold, and it's starting to smell in here. It's starting to affect my eyeballs.
E-Y-E-S spells.
I don't know. I have no idea. I never heard of such a word.
So I'm gonna go in for a second. Here he is, the man that owns it. How are you today? Hey, great, glad to hear it, man. So as far as we can see, no leaks present.
Wrong.
Which is really weird. Because it was definitely leaking a lot.
No, yeah, like for sure.
Like a lot. Head unit in there, which looked like it was wired by a monkey that somehow was gifted with thumbs. Do monkeys have thumbs? I don't know, I'll put it on the screen real quick if they do. He says they do, I don't know. I know lemurs do. Throwback to that one episode of Penguins of Madagascar.
Won't be necessary. We've recruited a few extra thumbs for you, Skipper.
So we just got back from a drive. And if you can see down there, oil, oil, oil. We did not fix the problem. I didn't think it would. I didn't do anything yet. But now we're gonna take everything back apart and we're gonna clean the surface really, really, really well and then try to reseal it. We'll have to figure something out because he has to leave and drive 4 hours tomorrow. So we'll figure something out soon. We're pulling the intake manifold. We got sick of trying to get it without pulling the intake manifold, so we're pulling the intake manifold and we're gonna fix it the right way the first time.
Pulling this intake manifold is so much more of a pain than you would imagine.
Alright, I'm gonna help him pull this. So the intake manifold is off. This is the real culprit of the problems here. This is the that piece that I was trying to show you guys. It goes down into there. I cleaned up the spring a little bit and put these zip ties around it so that it's not compressed when I put it back in. I'll just cut the zip ties and pull them. Intake manifold goes on, a couple bolts. Maybe take about an hour or so. I'll show shots tomorrow when we start it. We're probably getting it around done for tonight. We're gonna try to get it on tonight, but we can't start it or do anything with the coolant tonight. A lot of coolant and gas leaked out, so have to fix all that. Flash to a clip of it being in the car. You know what it is? We got it done. We did get it done. We can't start it tonight, which is a little nerve-wracking because we're not sure if it's gonna still leak or if we messed it up worse now. If you guys are curious about finding out as to whether we messed up a old BMW motor, drop a like down below, drop a subscribe, hit that little bell button. But if you want to see this thing start, cool, you know, stick around. Probably putting spacers on my Z tomorrow too, or at least test fitting them, so. Peace!
No, yeah, like for sure.
Like a lot, and now it is not.
You still have the cardboard?
Blew away. Cut this out. I pulled away and I forgot it was there, and then when I turned around in the cul-de-sac, I looked back and it was just, whew, I was like, oh, too windy. Bye.